Hi, everybody. Welcome to Draining the Swamp. And I finally got my guys back.
I wanted to tap
both of
dance
them.
that little song. And we've got some good news. Shari, she was demonetized for who knows some reason we can't figure out, but she got her monetization back. So everybody, please, 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 please hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe, like,
I
and
also started
now, too.
memberships. I also have membership. So please go in. You can be a Cajun crawfish if you join members. That's the title of the one I have now. I'm thinking of other names for other levels later. And I just hit 3,000 subscribers. Yay! So next goal is 5,000 by the end of the year. So spread the word.
Minus 30,000 by the end of the year. I don't know if I'll do it, but that's just my goal.
Oh yeah, of course you will. I have no doubt.
For $1.95, I'll use all my fake accounts for you.
I'm sorry, say again.
I said for $1.95, I'll use all my fake accounts for you. Just kidding.
Well, hello. Let's back up and say hello to a few people before we jump in. We got Bora Bora, Elaine, Scott, Suki Lau, Teacher Barbara, Gail, JW, Anna, T-Lynn, Jamie, Laura, Kathy, Connie, Mary, Marie, Mary. There's two different Marys. Plucky and Debbie. Welcome. If I missed your name, I'm so sorry, but if I actually went slow, we'd be here all night just doing that.
Right.
So,
can I
say
something?
Yes, sir.
I want to say, everybody, thank you to Teacher Barbara. I think teachers should be paid the highest amount of money on the planet. And this poor woman went through 2 hurricanes and lost part of her roof. Or in Chicago, we say roof. However you pronounce it. She lost part of her roof. She won a free half-hour session with me, and I'm looking forward to reading for her. We're not doing personal requests for readings tonight, just political, climate, weather, all that stuff. But she wants to know if FEMA will be able to come through and complete all the tasks that they need to. And I hear the answer to that is resoundingly yes.
Yeah.
There was FEMA in North Carolina today pulled out of one little certain geographical area because some goof emailed in a threat that there were militias out to get the FEMA people. And that was just all based on Donald Trump's lying crock of BS.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm getting a big yes with my pendulum, Barbara. So
I don't think Trump really
be there.
I don't think Trump really realized that, and I don't think he cared about the trouble that he caused when he lied. All he wants is people to be divisive.
And just another little heads up, Thursday night at 6:30 Central Time, 4:30 Pacific, I am getting together with Colleen, the Cool Crone, and we're doing a special meditation and prayer session for all of the victims from both hurricanes, Florida, North Carolina, anybody in between there that's got hit really, really hard. I mean, North Carolina, Tennessee, and whatnot, they're not expecting to have the effects that they had from a hurricane that hit Florida.
So you folks in North Carolina, don't get nervous. FEMA has not abandoned you.
No.
Linda Grindle and I have predicted today that the person that did it would be arrested. Who do you trace it back to? T. Rump. But I see FEMA, I think, given the fact that they had 2 incredibly intense storms over a period of a week or week and a half,
10 days,
they're doing a pretty good job considering what they've had to face.
Yeah.
So I just feel bad that people lost everything. But Shari, it's like you should. It's like you said before the show. Barbara, I know it's difficult, but at least you have your health, you have your family alive, yourself, and houses can be rebuilt. Lives cannot, people's lives cannot be. you know,
Yeah.
if you're injured or lose your life. So
Something you learn early growing up on the Gulf Coast is stuff can be replaced. People can't.
stuff can
As
be
hard as it is, and as much as you may bitch, moan, and complain because you still don't have any power 2 weeks later, or you still having to boil water or whatever, those are just little minor things because at least you have your animals, your pets, your kids, your spouse, your parents, whatever, you know, your family's still there, and that's what really matters. Does it make it uncomfortable and a real pain in the ass to get through? Absolutely. But, you know, what can I say? That's just the way life is. Out west, they deal with earthquakes. I cannot imagine going through an earthquake. The thought terrifies me. But yet, Arthur, I've seen him just like roll with it. Yeah, no biggie. Linda, the same thing. I was just a little 5 something. Yeah, it's like I would be like freaking out.
There's there's some neat news in the comments. Laura Wright says Geraldo Rivera just endorsed Kamala.
Yes.
Whoa. Well, we have predicted a lot of Republicans would come over to the Kamala side. So
Yes.
Oh, it's there every day. There's more and more and more that are coming over. I know.
Well,
Let's see.
22
Keelan
days.
had not really a question, but she was talking about. I didn't.
it says, would be interested to hear your views on Red Mass recently held in New Orleans, a Catholic church mass to bless lawmakers, judges, taken place for centuries. I do not know
Yeah.
what Red Mass is.
I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
I know what a red
Probably-
wedding is, but I don't know what a red mass is. So
Well, I'm looking it up. But, okay.
I'm not sure why they call it Red Mass. I know I've heard the term. I just
a bunch of
I'm not
cardinals.
Catholic, so I never paid attention. And
I'm Catholic.
I'm Morgan Avoid.
Well, I'm looking it up.
You know,
I'm reading from Louisiana Supreme Court. It says Louisiana judges gathered this morning at St. Louis Cathedral in Jackson Square for the 71st annual Red Mass, which marks the opening of the judicial year. Traditionally, Red Mass is held the first Monday in October. Members of the bench and bar, as well as officials of all faiths and the public, were invited to attend. The Louisiana Supreme Court justices attend Red Mass for the divine blessing of wisdom, understanding, counsel, and discernment and decision-making relative to the administration of laws and justice for those we serve. Boy, I think a lot of our politicians could learn a lesson from that, couldn't they?
yeah. I have to admit, even though people are predominantly Catholic down here and predominantly conservative, but most of them are still, when it comes to things like blessings and prayer and faith and all that, they're all pretty open-minded about this is for everyone. You know, we don't put up walls. It's everybody deserves to be blessed and prayed for. So that's the one good thing.
God is for everybody.
And
I don't know about a Red Mass. I really don't want to politicize it because I don't think the church means it to be political.
I
don't think
it's not a political thing.
I don't think they're endorsing any political candidate.
I don't read red mass to equal GOP mass. Okay.
Right. All right.
Exactly.
Oh, before we go on, to all of our Canadian people, happy
thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Canada. Yes.
I was going to say,
I even wrote it down and I still forgot. So
yeah, I had it in my notes, but Arthur, you're the one that told us about it. So you got the collar on that one.
there we go. Yeah. He's the one that I knew it was like this week, but I didn't know what day.
I always say every village has an idiot. It's my guys that make me look smart. I had a client in Canada today and she reminded me. So that's why I know I'm not that smart.
Do they have a July 4th in Canada?
No.
Yes, they do. They everywhere.
It's on the calendar. It's on the calendar.
Every place has a July 4th. It's just not their Independence Day. That was a trick question I had in high school, and I always had that file. It's like saying, do they have
like what color was George Washington's white horse? And you get every color in the rainbow. And it's like the question tells you the answer.
who's burying Grant's tomb? You know.
Yeah. Okay. couple of things, but we only have a couple of questions and just a few things I picked up in the news. DeSatan down in Florida has evidently there has been a ballot initiative to amend the abortion ban in Florida to get it on the ballot so that the people of Florida can vote yes or no. Do they want an abortion?
Yeah, because he's
ban
afraid the state will
in
go.
their state?
He's afraid the state will go purple.
But he's also
Right. Well, he
complaining that
claims that over 16% of the signatures on the ballot initiative are invalid. He's doing everything he can to try to keep it off the ballot.
right,
He
he
won't
used his
succeed.
special little group to go through it and say they're fake.
He won't succeed. If
No.
they succeed, they take it to court. Guess what? The court will say those were valid votes.
He's also wants to penalize anyone that runs an ad in favor of the abortion amendment. He wants to punish them.
That's
Yeah,
against freedom of speech. You can't do that. The Supreme
just
Court
saying
will
what
tell
he's
you you can't
doing.
do that. Well,
Yep.
if it goes to the Supreme Court, they're going to say you can't do it, even this court. So,
They already have.
right.
They already took it to court, and he already got a thing on it. I saw it earlier, where they said that's
You know,
people's
I
freedom of
love the
speech.
way that he backpedals. You know,
With his
it's just-
go-go boots on.
here's one from
Well, the
Marie.
magician reversed on that,
Okay.
so all his tricks are not going to work.
Yes.
And
What do you
Nancy
do?
wants her boots back.
What do you get, Arthur?
I get he's getting in trouble. I mean, I'll be surprised if he finishes off his term.
You heard it from Arthur.
I could be wrong,
Well,
but
and
that's
you
what I
got
get.
Debbie Three Shifting Veils. She also got hit by both hurricanes. She lives in Florida. Talking about they're wanting to get rid of him before the election, but I think that when the election comes, he's not going. When his election comes, I don't know if he's on the ballot this year or not.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Maureen D'Amico asked a question. Will Bob Casey win his re-election for Pennsylvania? I see a Democrat winning, whoever.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep.
I don't know if Bob Casey's Republican or Democrat, but I get Dem.
I think he's Republican, if I'm not mistaken.
But I get a Democrat. Bright sunshine, happiness, Democrat.
Bob Casey. Let me look him up. Hold on a minute. Bob Casey. Bob Casey. Yeah, he's a Republican, I think.
Yeah. Well, I got a Two of Wands, so they've got some decisions to make down there. And then I got the Four of Pentacles, so they're spending lots of money.
I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Bob Casey is not. Bob Casey is a Democrat. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He's a Democrat. Okay. Well, like I
I'm
said, the
screwed
first
up.
one was Two of Wands. So
The
there's a
first time in the
decision to be
history of the
made down
world, Mel made a mistake.
Yep. And then the Four of Pentacles. So there's money being dumped here. And then the Magician. So if he's smart, he's going to pull out.
I get
all
him.
the-
I get him getting it.
I feel like he'll win it too. I don't think Pennsylvania is going to go for Trump. It'll be razor thin, but I see a celebration when Casey wins because I pulled the 6 of clubs. So that's what I'm picking up.
And for my deck, I pulled bright sunshine and happiness.
Yay. There you go.
Okay, we had another Suki Lau had one. Well, the
PRO-ACT.
PRO-ACT
Union
Union
bill.
bill pass.
I don't know what that is.
I think that's to,
Let me look it up.
if memory serves, I think that's the one they're trying to do that they can't ban unions in certain states. It's like
Oh, it's protecting the
trying to
right.
get a union.
It's protecting the right to organize. That people can organize and try to get unions in.
Yes.
Yes, that
It'll
should
pass.
be bill put through when everything changes, when the regime changes.
That's it. And I got Three of Pentacles. They're working together on it. So, and that's the whole point of a union is everybody works together for the collective good. That's the whole point.
I agree with collective bargaining. I totally
I
agree.
do too.
Yeah. Let's see. Chap Pass had a question.
I feel like an investigation into the bus sitch in Coachella
Coachella.
will blame the event organizers, not the campaign. His careless behavior covered again. Thoughts? They might try to blame the campaign. They will, but I think they're also gonna. I mean, they'll try to blame the event organizers, but they're also going to blame the campaign as well. It's not going to bode well at all.
No, but also before the event even happened, the mayor was complaining about it, that it wasn't organized. And he did this, it happened where all the people, there's one bus for everybody to go back on, be allowed to walk 2 hours to their cars after the event.
Wow.
And there are no buses. He did the same thing in 2020 in October, Nebraska. People almost froze to death.
Yeah.
So
He
doesn't care about people. He just wants their vote. Come on.
There were literally people, like senior citizens, walking down the highway in freezing cold temperatures without the proper outerwear because they were all shipped there on a bus. They didn't bring the right clothing or shoes. And you had ambulances in highway patrol that were picking them up and trying to get them to the hospitals as quick as they could. I remember when that happened.
Yeah, but he doesn't care.
Here's one. Artist Liz has a question. What is driving so many black and brown men to Trump over Kamala? Brain damage?
I don't believe it.
I think it's that. I agree with Arthur.
I feel a lot of it's false propaganda.
I think there are a few, but look how Trump lied about FEMA and how he was called on that. What boggles my mind is that he's doing well in the polls. That just boggles my mind. But
well, you pay people enough, you'll get the poll answers you want.
There you go, when you pay them off, right? But, we know Trump is about deceive, divert, detract, distract, divide, destroy, and be duplicitous. All those D's, So I don't think there's as many black men or men of color that are going to vote for Trump as what Trump is saying, or some media sources would have you to believe.
Well, I'm going to put it this way. I worked for one television show amongst several, and this one had a lot of surveys. And when the producers got the answers to the surveys, they made it answer what they wanted.
Right.
They just changed it to what they wanted.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that happen before lots of times.
Elaine Turner. Elaine Turner. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Elaine. Oh, okay.
She just said she saw.
This isn't a question in there, but I saw 3 articles on this today that evidently it's come out that Chief Justice Roberts was thoroughly surprised by the negative responses and backlash of the presidential immunity decision. It doesn't understand why people are so upset about that.
Hold on. Oh, it doesn't ding.
Ding.
Ding, 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 ding. That's my BS bell. Oh, please. They were right in Trump's pocket on that one. Give me a break.
Yes, but evidently it's coming out that he can't believe the backlash that the court is getting and that he's getting from people. Like, yeah, did you bother?
So he says.
So he says he's doing that to try to save face. I don't believe a thing he says.
Yeah, which face is he saving?
Right? The top or the bottom?
Yeah.
What I was going to say is Elaine Tanner said that she saw where FEMA has moved back and open for business in that little area.
Good.
Right. So
that's great. Okay. The other Shari, who spells her name the same way as me. That's so rare that I enjoy it.
It's better than Melvin.
Well, I was named after Shari Lewis and lamb chop. So,
and she used to go out to restaurants and order lamb chops to see what the waiter would say. Seriously.
You told me that before. I find that hilarious.
She's in Tennessee, Gloria Johnson.
Gloria Johnson's one of those three. Remember, they got rid of the
Yes,
two
that's
black
right.
guys
That's
and her.
Oh,
And
yeah. Okay.
so, yes, I feel she wins.
So do I.
Yeah.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
Ace of Cups.
Here you
She's
go.
got it. Oh, the other Shari was named after Shari Lewis too. Our moms were on the same page.
At least they weren't watching
Okay.
Cooper, Cran, and Ollie.
Do you see if All Red will beat Cruz? I keep hearing yes every time I get asked that question. I keep hearing yes.
Every time I look at it, I always get, if Cruz wins, it's dark black money, shenanigans, and he gets caught and gets thrown out if he wins.
If Cruz wins, it's because Abbott stacked the votes.
Right. But I also feel if he gets in, he's going to be thrown out.
And I'll tell you who else is going to go to jail. The opera ain't over on this one yet either, as Paxton, that crooked attorney.
Oh, God, yes. You're correct on that.
I call Cruz the Billy Goat.
Here's Cruz. 3 of Swords.
Ooh,
Do
disappointment, heartache.
They have a card for Cancun?
Cancun Cruz.
The moon.
Ooh.
Hidden secrets.
No sun in his life.
The moon, for y'all who don't know, means secrets coming to the surface.
Ending with the Fool.
The Fool, for you all who don't know what that
I
means.
love my Halloween deck.
This thing ready to go off the cliff, thinking that he's in, he's really not. I see the Billy Goat Cruz losing. That's what I see. I see him out of office.
Yeah. Well,
okay, let's see. Lynn had another one. Bobbert, consequences for participation in Tina Peters' voting machine interference.
Could we do a song, Arthur? Lawsuit, lawsuit, lawsuit. She will lose the lawsuit.
well, for some reason, I see her next job as being an usher at a theater.
There's only one problem. She can't read the numbers on the seats.
She'll use Braille.
Well, she could. No, that won't work
Or
for
pop
her.
her boobies out whenever she gets feeling frisky, I mean.
Well,
she'd be too busy sitting in the back doing things that she ain't supposed to be doing. Don't say back all the movies to me, Mary.
Don't you know who I am? It's like, unfortunately, we do.
Yes, we do.
I don't see
everybody that knows who you are is going to know what you did.
There's something.
They're gonna put a plaque up to her, like one of those, those little silver or a copper plaques you see on the back of a chair in a movie theater. It's gonna say, "Do not sit here. Bobbert was here. Danger to your health."
And they're gonna put
in memoriam
crime tape across that one chair to keep anybody from sitting in it.
Or just remove the chair.
The chair that used to be here was sullied so bad that we had to remove it.
We're bad.
Beetlejuice. Never mind.
Okay, Christian Martinez. Do you see state government to pass a student loan forgiveness since the federal government is having trouble with the courts?
They can't because it's federal. It's because it's bank money and that's federal.
Yeah.
If they have any state loans,
that's different.
No,
it depends. If that state got that money from the federal government, then their hands are still tied.
Yeah, FDIC.
But what I do see is legislation at some point passed to forgive student loan debt and also to reduce the interest rates to about 1 or 2%, and then the banks can't price gouge on student loans anymore.
Yeah.
What do you?
Queen of Pentacles.
I agree. What I'm getting here is that things will get through. Like right now, there's that one judge, Trump judge, is holding everything up. It's still going to get sidelined by him, but then it comes forward again. Things will be paid. People are going to be helped.
Yeah. And in the meantime, go to It's the education website for the federal government, and fill out every damn application they have for every program they offer. Just fill it out, whether if you think you qualify for it or not. What's the worst they're going to say? No, you don't qualify for this one. Fill out everything. That's what I did. And after 2 years of filling out forms, I got that letter in the mail that I thought was going to say, so sorry, but you don't qualify. Instead, it said, Mrs. Hinkle, we're glad to tell you that your loans have been forgiven. All of them. $75,000 worth of loans forgiven. I literally cried for days. It was a burden I didn't realize I was carrying. I only borrowed $25,000, mind you, but I owed $75,000. That's how much of a ripoff it was that they were doing to people with student loans, how high the interest rates were that they were hitting us with. So, hush up. Let's see. Next up, we have Dora Smith. If people in the House or Senate are charged with any crimes and removed or jailed, what happens to their seats?
I think it depends on the state.
That depends on the state and what that state constitution
It gets
says.
a little thing that says Bobbert used to sit here. No, never mind.
Some states, they have it down that the governor picks whoever they want to fill that seat. Other states, you have to have a special election and people run for that seat. Again, it just depends on the state that you're in.
Mel has it right about the state.
Yeah.
And there will be, put it this way, in March and April, we'll find out.
Right?
Oh, yeah, won't we? Absolutely. Okay, let's see. T-Lin's on fire tonight. Will Kavanaugh be removed sooner now with recent revelations of quashed FBI investigations into assault allegations?
Can I answer that one?
Please,
Yes, sir.
please.
What I see happening is that investigation being reopened. So Kavanaugh didn't instruct the FBI not to investigate him. Donald Trump did. And Donald Trump had them purposely hide
over 4,000.
4,500
files or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So that
other women who
that
came forward and said, yes, he had attacked them as well.
That doesn't make Kavanaugh guilty of tampering with the FBI and with the files. It certainly makes Trump. But Trump will say, I didn't know anything about it. It was the FBI director that did it, or whoever in the FBI, blah, blah, blah.
No.
But I see the investigation being reopened. Now, the MAGAs are going to say it's a witch hunt as usual, but ultimately I see Kavanaugh off the court because of that investigation.
And what I have to say is stop acting like a witch.
Well, I pulled two pentacles and a cups card, and every one of them have women on it. And so it's like, yeah, they're already coming for Trump, and now Kavanaugh's up. And I think that when they reopen this investigation, it's not going to be pretty, because there are a lot of really pissed off women, from what I heard, who are now finding out why they never got called to testify was because everything was hidden by Trump.
Everything was hidden.
Yeah.
And that is why I hear the Von Trapp family singing "So Long, Farewell." Alvita saying goodbye.
That's it.
Christian Martinez asked, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oops. Well, wait, we can hold up a second. What did Christian Martinez say? I missed that one.
People in California are mad because Governor Newsom is doing a bad job. I feel that the GOP might win unless the Dems get something better.
No.
The GOP is not going to win California. I can tell you that.
No.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
We already went
there
through
are far too many people who like him. I don't know I don't know the man personally, so I don't know that much about him except that he seems to be doing what everybody wants him to do.
Well, I think they're mad because of the insurance thing.
The insurance, and also because DMV rates are so high out here.
Right.
The DMV, and I also feel there's a lot of propaganda out here.
Yeah.
That
I
too.
mean, there's a
It's
Prop
everywhere.
33 that they actually have Kamala Harris saying yes on it when she doesn't want, she's not voting for that.
Yeah.
They're just lying.
Yeah. It's truly jaw dropping. The
Well, I
boldness
think-
of the lies and the people who say them like no one's going to fact check them.
I think
It's not a question, but there was a couple of articles I saw this week that were talking about from the presidential debate that Trump aides were freaking out over the fact that everything was getting fact checked in real time, to the point that some of the top aides were calling the president of ABC to say, stop it now. Tell them to stop fact checking now, because, everything he said was an out and out lie. They couldn't even keep up with the amount of lies that he was saying. So.
the MAGAs have no problem lying because they want everybody to believe the lies, and they know they're lying. They just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So a lot of the BS that's coming out is it's lies, and then they can say, "Well, we didn't do it; artificial intelligence did it." Yeah, but who programmed the computer for that?
Yeah. But who posted it
Yeah.
first?
And who posted it? So a lot of it's going to come
Exactly.
out. So
I'm still waiting for Taylor Swift to go after Trump.
So I don't think that California is going to go. They're not going to.
No.
They're not going to go.
I
they're
think
not
she's
gonna
going to wait till after the election, and she's going to go after him, and she's not going to do like the other one she did, where she sued for $1, just so they would have a monetary. It had something to do with how the courts handle it, and she sued. It was some record producer, music producer, something with her music, and they were promoting something, and he literally shoved his hand up the back of her skirt in the middle of a press conference where they're having pictures taken and stuff. And she didn't say anything in the moment because she was trying to be professional. But when she went after him, man, she went after him hard. And because she didn't file for millions of dollars, I think the court took her claims a lot more seriously than, not as just somebody looking to get money off of this guy, but as somebody that was like, no, this is wrong. Yeah. Okay. My cousin, Acadian Proud, my Cajun cousin. We're not really related, but hi, Kevin. And Froxy and Sixes and Maureen. We got a bunch more people popped in. What will come out of the fact that Eric Trump was made a deputy sheriff in a county in Florida that was hit by tornadoes? Oh, he's trying to be able to get money for daddy.
As Linda Finkel would say, it'll be a nothing burger.
Damn it, I should have brought my shirt out.
At some point, he'll be undeputized.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him pulling somebody over, say, I'm giving you a ticket for speeding? I'd be like, what?
What? There's no line. I don't have a line. What are you talking about?
I'm a sovereign citizen. God, that's what somebody should pull, right? Give him a
strength
taste of moment.
reversed.
I don't see anything. It's a name only.
Oh my God. Deputy Barney Fife. No, Deputy Barney Fife was a good guy. He was just an idiot. He's an idiot and a bad guy. So,
Andy.
Here we go. Laura has a simple question. How come Trump can vote? He's a felon. He can run
Answer
for
them 4
office.
questions. I do not
He's
know.
allowed
I
to
do
vote.
not know. State versus
Because
federal? I
Florida
don't know.
passed a bill several years back, I think when Obama was still in office. Florida passed a ballot amendment. Everybody voted on it, where if a felon had served his time, did everything he was supposed to do, came out, was through his probation period, was on the straight and narrow, up and good, that they could be given back their full rights as a citizen, and that included voting. And the Republicans nearly lost their shit over it. And it was like 90% or something of people that wanted that.
But
And,
look how they backpedal. Now they're going to be all for it because Trump's a convicted felon.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if he's
So much
convicted
for law and
or
order.
not. Yeah, right. Hey, Rose had a question. Will lower federal judges be expanded?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. And I know that Biden is still getting judges pushed through left and right. That's
But what they
especially in
want
the
to
lower
stop are
courts.
these right-wing, offices sprouting up in the city where there's one judge and then filing a lawsuit, like they did with the abortion drugs and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I think that before Biden leaves office, and don't remember, he's still president. He's
Yeah.
got until January, and this is October, November, December. Let's see, what, 3 months?
Well, he has immunity. He can do something.
Right? Well, that's what he could go on.
Yeah.
November, December, January, he's got 3 months. I'm seeing he'll put a lot of federal judges on the court.
Yeah. I
And
pulled
there's
King of Swords. We got more judges coming.
And
I got
the
7
Senate
of
will pass
Wands.
it.
There's a lot of battle been going on about this. It ends with the fool because they're all going to be made fools of for the ones that are fighting this.
That's
that's
the
what
Mitch
I'm getting.
McConnell card.
Yeah. Mel, that's your cue. You didn't break into Mitch McConnell's voice. Okay, Katie had a question. See, that's another thing they need to.
I see a time coming when they're going to stop allowing these individuals, and corporations were looked at as an individual, to buy elections. Did he pour 340,000 or 340 million? I don't know. It says must pour 340K into Maine's 2nd district. Well, Jared Golden beat MAGA and Trump endorsed Austin Thoreau. How do you pronounce it, Sherry? Thoreau?
Austin Thoreau. Yeah, Thoreau.
My feeling is that I could be wrong, but I see a Democrat taking it. But I do see legislations where these big companies and people like Elon Musk cannot buy our elections any longer.
It's going to be close. I'm not sure. I get really close.
I could be wrong, but
this is where predicting can be fluid, so it.
Correct. I want to tell everybody to please vote, because we do not have this in the bag. We don't. And, I'm not trying to spread fear or anything like that, but we could lose this if we don't watch it. It's a possibility. So everybody has got to vote.
Everyone got complacent thinking that Hillary Clinton was going to get it. Oh, I don't need to vote. Well, she didn't win.
Yeah.
We don't need that repeated.
Exactly. How do you think Louisiana wound up with a MAGA governor, a MAGA House, and a MAGA Senate?
Same thing.
Nobody showed up to vote.
Vote blue no matter who.
Correct.
That's it. I thought this was just kind of on the lighter side. Is Musk the new My Pillow guy? You think maybe Trump will be able to bankrupt him too?
No, he's new satellite guy.
I foresee Elon Musk taking huge financial losses, especially on X. Huge financial losses on a lot of his ventures. Big time.
I still get him in trouble with Starlink when he shut it down.
That's right. That's right.
For Putin.
I've often seen him, many of us have, under investigation and indicted, and consequently convicted. And it's not going to be something he'll be able to buy his way out of.
And the thing is, people say, well, we don't hearing it. Yeah, we're not hearing about it because it's being investigated.
Well, some of the stuff that he's put up, he's going to get sued, to use the vernacular, bigly, because of the things that were put up on X. And is kind of like what happened with, that certain news outlet whose name I won't mention. They lost bigly with that voting machine lawsuit. Same thing is going to happen to Musk. He'll appeal it and appeal it, but he's going to have to pay a lot of money. I don't think he'll ever go broke, but I see his power hugely diminished. And his financial empire.
Right.
Well, I pulled a page of cups reversed. So whatever he was banking on, I think Arthur's right. He's going to lose a lot of money because of some of these shenanigans. And then I pulled strength. I think that's the courts going after him, is what I'm being told. Is they're going to be in the strength position to take what they need to take. And then I got the 4 of cups. So, he's going to sit and be worrying and crying over this little bit when he might be handed a way out and he doesn't take it. So, let's see. T. Lynn had another question. Will Q ever be identified? I had to think about that for a minute. Like, who the hell is Q?
Q is just one
on
person.
Star Trek.
No, it's not one person.
It's a whole group
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
It's a whole group of them.
And I see it losing a lot of its momentum, absolutely. But as far as one person, it isn't. It's
Remember that TV show, The Prisoner, where he wanted to find out who number 1 was?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why they always wear a mask and change the voice. The Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah.
I feel in time there will be identified people, not just one individual.
Yeah. Exactly. Let me see. I ran out of starred stuff, so now I'm looking. If y'all spot something.
I'm looking too. I'm looking to see. Michael Flynn said if they win, they will unleash the gates of hell. Yeah, I pretty much believe that, right? Mitch McConnell refuses to give his campaign money to 45. Well, Mitch McConnell endorsed him. So let me scroll. I'm trying to.
Here's something that I had seen in the news. The Heritage Foundation staffers have been flooding government agencies with FOIA requests just to get them all tied up with just ridiculous, silly things. But now they're saying the reasoning behind it is so they can help determine who needs to be gotten rid of when Trump becomes president again. That's the whole point of why they're doing that.
Shari says in the comments, Musk said if T-Rump loses, he's screwed. Well, all I can say is, Musk, bend over.
Hope they change the diaper first.
Just remember that Big Al is looking for the next bitch.
A little violin for his little hands.
Froxy Roxy says, and I agree with this, we the people must also hold our elected officials accountable.
Yes.
Hallelujah. When they do get in office. I don't care if you're Republican, Independent, Democrat, you do something wrong with your elected official, you should be held accountable.
Exactly.
And I do see accountability coming back to our country.
Yes, very much so. I see a lot of people that are going to start paying attention. I think so many people were asleep for so long.
I think so many people were conditioned by Trump. I think so many people were conditioned to think that their vote didn't matter, that they didn't have a voice, they couldn't do anything. Right. That, how do you speak up against Trump and his cronies? Well, we see what's playing out.
Your voice does matter.
And media needs to be held to the truth. What I see coming is a lot of lawsuits against media when they promote those lies. And they're going to lose those lawsuits, and part of, the locks keep honest people honest. So the way to keep them honest is to hit them in the pocketbook. And that's exactly what's going to start happening.
Right.
Rose Blue says, make accountability great again. I agree.
Yes.
That's a good one, Rose. Thank you.
I've got to run soon.
Okay, this will be our last one then. Sharon Donnelly put, will Woodward's book lead to any indictments? His new book he just put out.
I think they were already investigating before the book came out.
Yes.
Nine of Cups. So there's a lot of indictments that's getting ready to hit him.
Yep.
Not him, but hit those in the book and in the Sun. So yeah. I think so.
Jeanette Mann says, will Trump ever get charged with treason? Well, the presidential immunity thing, when that gets overturned, maybe.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, the actual law against treason, the way it's written, one of the reasons why they didn't go after him for treason was because when you break down the way it's written, it doesn't quite fit. But yeah, one time the media did have to report the truth and they were held accountable if they didn't, but that's something that we, the people, have to change.
That's right.
Because if we don't start holding, stop clicking on their clickbait, stop buying their crap, stop believing everything they say, and start pushing back about, wow, where did you hear this? Who said that? Where did this information come from?
Well, I started GoFundMe so that I could buy a $100,000 watch. Just kidding.
Guys, this is a pleasure. I hate to cut it short, but I got to run.
All right.
We're going to wrap it up, guys. So thank you for being here. Please go and subscribe to all of our channels. We all three offer memberships now. Go become a member. Please, please, please. And have a great day. And I'll see y'all this week.
I won't be here. I'll be in Slovakia. I'll be in Europe. I'm leaving again Wednesday to teach a seminar.
But you'll be back in time for the next Draining the Swamp. So
I'll be back in time for the next one.
Okay.
I'll be teaching a seminar all weekend and for 3 days. And then I think I'll be home on the 25th. So then just a few days to rest. It's a long flight.
Bye, y'all.